welcome back to another coding ASMR video. You know that site, Rate My Teachers? You could rate your teacher, give him 1 or 5 stars, give some positive or negative comments. You could share your most enjoyable experiences or moments you did not like with that teacher in the form of a comment. So today I'll be coding a spoof of Rate My Teachers in Java. Of course, it's not real. I'm gonna make random teachers that are made up, and it's gonna be in ASMR format with all your tingles needed, so enjoy. So I've set up 3 empty classes, one to hold a review for a certain teacher, one with a teacher which will have multiple reviews, and of course your main app, which will have the main application. So yeah, let's do it. So let's go on the review, and I'm gonna, what does this object have? I'm going to think it should have number of stars, of course it's 1 to 5, and a string which will be in a comment. Which is the actual review. Oh yeah, like this teacher is amazing, all that stuff. And I guess that's it. Maybe I should make a method, a constructor. I think you could click here and press generate constructors, and it's gonna set me a constructor, as well as generate getters and setters. I will not need the setters. For now, I'm just gonna need the getters. And also the toString. So what should I do? So what I'll do is I'm going to in order to print a review, I'm going to need to print one thing, number of stars. I think I'll need a date, but I'm not really experienced with dates because dates are dates. And yeah, for now I'll just do the review, just print the stars. And I'm just going to make a loop that appends a star to the star string. And yeah, loop till the max stars, number of stars, and of course increment I. You append it with a single star and a space. And yeah, so it's like if it's 1 star, I'll print 1 star, which is not good. If I would print 3 stars, 3 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. And yeah. And oh yeah, I'll also make a string for unauthor, to whoever wrote the note. Maybe I'll need a getter for the author. this to make it more consistent. And yeah, I'll do after the for loop, I'm going to do a review here. Wait, I'll just rename this because I'll just put it into one whole string. Written by this the author, so like written by Kyle, let's say. And after that, put a new line again. And the review is you add the comment, so this dot comment, the actual test, and at the end I'll return review string. And yeah, so I've got the basics, and I have to put the author. So I'm gonna do an if statement because he could be anonymous, so you can make an empty string. So equals, if it equals an empty string, I'm going to put author, this the author is anonymous. Yeah, so if they chose to be anonymous, like they could be anonymous so that they don't have to be called out, like in case the teacher sees a review. Imagine if you wrote a review for that teacher that you really dislike, and the teacher would see the review that's made by you. He or she's going to call you out. That's not good. Else, this author is author. Otherwise, here's some paper. Alright, so let's test it out. Let's make a sample review. Let's do it 2 stars. Let's do no, not 2 stars. Let's do like a perfect review. Best teacher ever. And I'll do an author, Kyle, and I'm printing out test review. Let's try that. Null pointer exception. What happened here? Alright, so at line 12. So I do a comment. Set the stars, set the comment, and if the author is equal to that, I gotta set it to anonymous. Otherwise, do this dot author equals author. Alright. Dang, I used to get a lot. I used to get no null pointer exceptions, but now they just come and find me. So you know that you don't get any errors, but in a video they come to you. That's not good. So add that. I pass these into that stars, comment, and my name. For the review, oh, you know why? in this if statement, this is not even declared. So I'll just do this author is equals author. If it's an empty string, it's going to be an empty string, and I'll do that. And yeah, I'm gonna do reset it to best teacher ever. Whoops, not 6. And Kyle. And I'm gonna print out a review. I even changed my variable names because I didn't even notice that this was not even declared. So let's try it now. It should be good by now. Yeah, there we go. 5 stars, written by Kyle, best teacher ever. All right, I should do over here. I should make it here. Let's do that. Oops. Should be good. Yeah, best teacher ever, written by Kyle. And let's do a bad review. Let's do my review, my bad review, and set it to a new teacher review, 1 star, best, worst teacher ever. I really suffered through this class. Too much homework. Avoid if you can. And put it. Let's do I hate math. Let's put that as a username because it could be any username. So, and print out my bad review. I'm just testing out a bad review. And yeah, let's do it. Okay. So you've got a good review and then a bad review. Worst teacher ever. I really suffered through this class. Too much homework. Avoid if you can. Alright, so written by I hate math. Alright, so that should be good. So now, as we got the reviews down, I'm gonna now work on the teacher class, and the teacher will have a few fields. So let's say, what should a teacher have as a field? A teacher object. So I should do, what should I do? Private string name, so that the name of the teacher, and it's not necessarily to do an age, so let's do, I'm not sure if you have to put gender or male or female, but I totally forgot if there is even a gender for male or female, so let's leave that for now. And if I do another part, I'll probably add it. Same thing for the date, but I'm not too sure about the date. So what should a teacher will also have? Private. It's going to be a list of teacher review. Reviews. So a teacher will have, oops, I'm going to import a list. A teacher will have a set of reviews, and of course I'll do private int average stars. So teacher's name, self-explanatory, a list of all the reviews with or against this teacher, and the average number of stars based on all reviews. So yeah, let's do a constructor. Nope. Getters and setters. Likewise, I don't need a setters. Let's put it like that. And I'm going to implement my constructor. Name, reviews, average stars. This will be set to 0 by default. So no stars yet. Or let's do -1, because if there's no reviews, then it's going to be set to -1. So it's not applicable if the average stars is that. And for the reviews, I'm not gonna add it here. I'm gonna create a new array list. Array list of TeacherReview. And so yeah. So for the teacher, I'm going to, yeah, it's already important. I'm going to also do a toString. So this toString will be a string representation of the teacher with all the reviews. Oh yeah, and also the department or subject, teacher, teaches. Oops. Alright, so I'm going to make an empty string. Well, let's do string builder here because it's appropriate. And I'm going to do sb dot. I'm going to append teacher, and then add on this dot name. So now I'm going to print out a rounded down version of the average stars. This out. This will be rounded down to an int average stars, and it's going to be double because there's going to be decimals. I think. I'm not sure. I forgot how you round with decimals, but yeah, I'm going to see later on. And I should do add a new line, and what I'll do then is I'll loop through all the reviews, print every single review. So print every single review, good or bad. And what it does is, whoops, this one will just print out. I'll do for teacher review, we're going to do a for each loop. And this dot reviews. So you loop through all of the reviews in this array list, and I'm going to print out. I'm going to append it. I think. And I'm going to return sp.toString. So yeah. And oh yeah, also have to do the department. Whoops. Double here. And I'm gonna also might need a string to get the department. I'm not too sure if we even need these getters because these are all printed in the toString. These are all used. So why did I put this the department? Alright. So now let's try to add on. So I've got 2 reviews. I'm gonna do an array list. Oh yeah. Before I even do that, I'm gonna make a private method that adds a review. Private void add review. Teacher review. New review. And what it does is it will do something. So let's do some this dot reviews. Wait, why did I do this? I should have not put it here in this class. I put it in the wrong class. It should be here. Private void add review. It's going to add on to this array list. So add a new review. Okay. New review. Okay. So add on to the new review. It's simple. So for now, let's try to test it out. Let's see if it actually works. So let's do a teacher. Let's make our first teacher ever and assign reviews. 1 good one and 1 bad one. Let's name this teacher sample teacher. New teacher, and the name, let's call him or her, let's call him John Doe. Classic name for a placeholder name. Average stars, I don't even need average stars. Hold on. For the review, I don't need this. It's gonna be updated. And the department will be, let's do programming. Alright, let's do math because this guy hated math. So assume this is a math class, so yeah, teaches a math class. So for the sample teacher, oh, it's going to be a public. I'm going to add a new review, my review, and also add the bad review. The bad review. It's going to be shaky. And at the end, I'm going to try to print sample teacher. Print the object. So let's try it. Hopefully no errors, please. Thank you. Oh yeah. So here it is. Average stars, -1. We don't need it. Teacher John Doe. And here are the list of reviews. Best teacher ever, written by Kyle. Worst teacher ever. I really suffered through this class. Too much homework, avoid if you can. Pretty classic hate review. So let's improve that. Let's now work on the average stars. So I am going to update it every time a review is added. So this one is a private method because no class can see this method. No class ever uses this method except for this one. So I'm going to print it out for testing purposes, and I am going to use a for loop. Int sum or int sum total stars, set to 0, and use a for loop to a for each loop here to get the total stars at each star. Total stars we add on to this dot reviews access of the array list dot gets review dot get number of stars, which is an integer. So this adds on to that, and this dot average stars, you take the total stars and you divide it by, I think you do a double here. You have to cast it because if you divide two integers together, it's going to round it down, truncate it. Divided by, and divided by the amount of reviews, the number of reviews. So this dot reviews dot size. So it's like the size of the array list. And yeah, let's try that. Let's try printing it out. Let's see if it works. Oh, I didn't even call the method. I didn't even call update average stars. Shame on me. Okay. Update average stars. So updates the star average stars each time a review has been added. Okay. Let's do it. Let's try it. Okay, let's see what you got. 533. Okay. What if you can? I'm not sure if we should even print the number of stars, but let's do a. Let's do a a string here. Let's display the stars and do this again. Do average stars here and star string plus that. It's gonna be the same thing. So like displaying the stars itself and the average for the teacher with all of their views. And average stars plus you add on star string and you add on to that. And department, it's added department because we forgot to do that. So plus this dot department and add a new line. So this should be that should be good. And also add a new line here to space out the review, and also do some equal signs, so to space out the general description of the teacher and reviews themselves. So yeah, let's do that. So here you go. Here's the rate my teachers. Average stars 3, teacher John Doe, department. There's no space here. I should add a space, and I didn't add a new line. So here you go. Need a new line here. This is amazing. It's gonna feel like a pretty review. So so that's just my paper, me crumpling paper or fiddling around with paper for your tingles. Okay, so what else should I do? Let's add, I don't think I need it for now. These are just test print statements. And also, yeah, also append average stars and that. Here, I think I'll need it here like that, because you want to put these lines here at the very end. So yeah, you got, and there's a space here, department, yeah, like that. So general teacher information, the department, the subject he or she teaches, and 3 stars. So 1 good review and 1 bad review. So let's add in a good review. Let's add a couple of good reviews. Let's do a 3rd one, shall we? Let's give him 4 stars to make up with this bad review. Really good teacher. He can be hard at grading sometimes, as he takes points for a little mistake if you're not careful. And let's do an anonymous review. And one more review to end this part. Another 5 stars. Fourth review, 5 stars. Amazing. Take him if you can, like that. And let's do Jet, because Jet is Jet. So let's print out the teacher. Let's say you print out, let's say that 2 reviews have been added. You print that teacher, and then you add 2 more reviews and print that teacher again, because I want to see if the average stars update. So let's add in 3rd review and 4th review and print out the teacher again. This code is just test code. Later on I will do like a full app where you could write your own reviews and also display the reviews. So let's go. So at first, let's go back up. So this is John Doe, and there's the 2 reviews, so averaging 3 stars, and added 2 more reviews after that. It's still 3. So that is not good. You want to add a new review. Let's do 5 stars. Let's see if it even updates. Maybe it didn't round up. Or maybe I could do, maybe another 5-star review would do it. And some reviews have empty comments, which is pretty amazing. Pretty good. Anonymous, yeah. Add on the 5th review, and maybe that will probably update it. And I misspelled 5th. Sample teacher, print it out. And yeah, bump it up to 4 stars. Yay, teacher gets another star because of all the 5-star reviews that have made up for this one nasty review. So yeah, before we end this video, I am going to recite the reviews. So, average stars 4 stars. Teacher John Doe. Department Mathematics. 5 stars. Best teacher ever. Written by Kyle. This review sucks. 1 star. Worst teacher ever. I really suffered through this class. Too much homework. Avoid if you can. Written by I Hate Math. So like it's a hater. And then this is a really good teacher. He can be hard at grading sometimes, as he takes points for a little mistake if you're not careful. And amazing. Take him if you can. Written by Jet. And this last 5-star review is anonymous. So yeah, a good review. Luckily this teacher has had a lot of good reviews to make up with this nasty review. So yeah, so I have made a basic foundation of the Little Rate My Teachers. I'm going to end this part right now. In the next part, which will be part 2, I'm going to make functionality that you could add a review, like add user input to make a review, remove a review, print the teachers' reviews, print through all of the teachers in a school, and review each review. And yeah, so yeah, this is the end of part 1. I hope you enjoyed this ASMR coding video? If you did so, please drop a like. It'll be greatly appreciated, as I will be making more of this kind of videos. So yeah, stay tuned for part 2 of this series.